If Team Cherry was Da Vinci, what would be their Mona Lisa? It's not the lore, it's not gameplay, it's world building. World building is their biggest forte, so let's put that into test. I'm going to rank every Silksong area from worst to best, and yes, it's absolutely subjective, so the comment section is always open for you to disagree with me. I appreciate any form of support, even as small as hitting the like button and subscribe. Without further ado, let's go for it. Number 26, White Ward. It just feels too empty. I don't know if its purpose was to scare me or disgust me, but it wasn't successful in either. The only good thing about it was this scared Sherma quest. Number 25, Wisplicate. Maybe if it wasn't this short, it would end up in a higher place. Putting that aside, in comparison to the other enemies, this one's fighting mechanics doesn't make sense at all. Now why did these bugs start wearing explosive belts after we killed their leader? Dear Team Cherry, are you trying to imply something here? Number 24, The Marrow. Most of the location seems kinda bland. No dominating color, no impressive enemy, and everything we have in the lava section, we have it better in Deep Ducks. Even meeting the best boy here didn't help its numbers. Number 23, The Abyss. I just don't get why there's such a place here. In Hollow Knight, the Abyss was the focal point of that beautiful lore with a harrowing backstory of sacrifice and disappointment. Silksong's Abyss seems like it was attached at the last moment. Like, who even made this place? How are bugs and tablets there when it's so hard to just reach the damn place? If it wasn't for the variety of the bugs and that amazing final boss, it would be at the bottom of the list. Number 22, Putrefied Ducts. Feels kinda redundant, especially the environment. We've already dealt with muck maggots in 2 different locations and one of them was the biggest area in Pharloom. The only good thing about it are its bugs, which are difficult to defeat but also fun and enjoying. Number 21, The Slab. Being in a prison is not your choice. Being disgusting is. I liked the sense of being trapped, and even though I didn't enter this place like everyone else, naked in a cage, I could love the slab if the imprisonment wasn't overshadowed by the grossness. Number 20, Weavenest Alta. A very important piece of lore, alongside a very depressing character, but lacks its own identity with how Masquerato has grown into it. Eva is the only reason it's not lower down the list. Number 19, Wormways. Or as I call it, Khaki Deepnest if Deepnest wasn't spooky. Wormways is built around a simple idea. The ground is not solid and every bug lives under your feet here. It's a fun theme, sometimes surprising, but not spooky as I said. Walt and Jesse are fine, and you have access to one of the few unlimited resources of Silk. Number 18, Mount Fae. Creating immersion in a side-scroller is not easy to pull, so believe me when I say feeling cold in real life when you're at Mount Fae shows how good this area was designed. The only downside is that it loses its charm after you gain that cloak. It's not as tense anymore. Number 17, Underworks. If you want to show how an empire is built on shoulders of the poor workers, this is as good as it can be represented. A bleak slum of a city, minimum wage bugs keeping with their work even though the empire has fallen a long time ago. Not that fun to hang around there, but definitely informative. Number 16, Sinner's Road. I don't know why there are so many areas with the theme of rot or mold or corruption, but Sinner's Road is by far the most disgusting one, even more than the Bilewater. This area has everything okay, but just okay. The enemies are good, the vibes are fine, the boss is fun. I just wish these bugs would vanish from face of the earth. Number 15, Shellwood. We have a few forest-like areas in Silksong, but what I love about Shellwood is how heavy the atmosphere is. This is more forest than the other forests. A rich variety of different bugs and half of them camouflaging in there feels very realistic to me. This one's OST is also one of my favorites. Number 14, Whispering Vaults. To be totally honest, I didn't expect an ancient world of bugs and ants to come up with a sliding puzzle. The elaborate interconnected map feels classy and mysterious at the same time. There are so many treasures here for such small area. Of course it wouldn't be called a vault otherwise. We have 2 of the most powerful enemies here, but pushing these boxes into them for the kill is such an awesome experience. Number 13, Verdania. Now who would have thought gay leaders is what you need to make such beautiful heaven? For me, Verdania has an amazing adventurous nature. Something to be wandered around and discovered, like those old cartoons of the 80s. And it's such a throwback to Green Path from Hollow Knight. I love the atmosphere and all the bugs, and if I knew defeating the clever dancers will forever lock me out of there, I'd give up on the completion percentage and keep California open. Number 12, Farfields. A combination of lava and jungle is something we didn't want, but definitely needed. The thing I loved about it the most was the way we'd get trapped there after entering for the first time, before getting the Drifter's Cloak. Farfields is basically a playground to test drive the cloak, and I love it for that. I'm not very fond of the fourth course though, especially now that I know you could have just threw this rock at it, instead of hitting the boss 1,000 times like me. Number 11. Blasted Steps. Sometimes the location is just there to do its role, and Blasted Steps does its role perfectly. After ringing all 5 bells and all the other stuff, Blasted Steps acts as the last remaining barrier between us and the truth of why Hornet was brought here. A leap of faith. Most of us thought the game will end if we get past this harsh trial and reach the Citadel. That's living proof that Blasted Steps works. I'm not happy at all with Team Cherry for how they nerfed the Sand Carvers, because double damage was exactly what we needed to avoid falling no matter what. Number 10. Masgrotto. This is as beautiful as it can get. Our first introduction to the world of Pharloom is a great welcome. Beautiful soothing soundtrack, a very forgiving location that lets you try Hornet's movesets and attack pattern and get the hang of it. The platforming here is near damn perfect. Not too hard to discourage you, not too easy that it stops being a challenge. There are a few areas in Silksong that you get bored of its colors after a few minutes. Masgrotto is not one of them. You can roam around here for an hour and still have fun. Number 9. Bilewater. The toughest and largest area in all of Pharloom really brings back that tension you lost after getting good in the game and yearning for a challenge. At least Hunter's March had a switch to turn the anti-homeless contraption off. In Bilewater, they rather destroy the bench before letting the homeless sit on it. But as I said, after mastering all the other bugs and lacking a proper challenge, Bilewater is a fresh breath of air, even though it doesn't look like it. Number 8. Greymore. I love the areas with open sky that you can move around and fly as much as you like, and this bleak City of Tears truly delivers. Just look how it sits in the heart of the map, connecting every other location to each other. It's designed in a way that if you're gonna go around on foot, there's a high chance that you have to pass through here. Ignoring the cross, this one probably has one of the best set of enemies too. Number 7. Cogwork Core. Creating a unique theme is not that simple, especially if all of your environmental hazards look similar to the bosses in your last game. But Team Cherry did a good rendition of a steampunk universe. This is one of the few locations where you have to defeat the boss first and then enter the area. And what a boss, oh my god. If I wanted to rank by difficulty, Cogwork Core would be at the top. Again, it has one of the best OSTs too, if not the best. Number 6. Memoriam. You didn't see that coming, did you? Now what I love about Memoriam is how you have easy access to different ecosystems of Pharloom in a closed package, a roofed zoo of all the inhabitants of this world. Number 5. Hunter's March. Now this is my type of party, a tribe of honor and glory, sticking to their code and being fierce warriors who can put up a good fight. Even though it has one of the toughest early on platforming of the game, I love it so much. In fact, I think if you get past this one's platforming, you're set for the rest of the game. Number 4. Bellheart. Should I really explain any further? The main hub of the game, amazing characters, amazing soundtrack, useful NPCs, aesthetically pleasing, and that scary cutscene that chills you to the bone. Bellheart is my second favorite hub of all times, after Majula from Dark Souls 2. Number 3. Sands of Karak. This is peak Silksong. Whether in visual design, in platforming, in boss fights, everything here is right where I want them to be. I was so mad when I found out we were robbed of the beautiful coral forest, but if that's the price for having Sands of Karak, so be it. I love a timed platforming. You know, the ones that if you start, you have to do it in a very limited time or do it all over again? It takes the challenge up a notch and I'm here for it. Wilderness is also a nice hidden location. Number 2. The Citadel. We expected a lot from the Citadel. From the beginning of the game, the other bugs cannot shut up about it. Everyone's obsessed with that fairy tale town up in the skies, so we went after it with high anticipations. And boy did they deliver. The variety of the enemies, an interconnected architecture that truly shows the genius of the bugs who built this place. The clean shiny hallways, protected by clean shiny bugs. One thing I love about Citadel's platforming is how it transforms and changes with each new ability you get. Like, when Clawline is obtained, you can parkour in these halls. When you get the double jump, you can take shortcuts, pass through each room in a matter of seconds. Citadel is really well designed, and not without reason. You can't create your most important location poorly and expect people to spend so much time in it. Citadel would be the best place in all of Pharloom, if not for the only remaining location. And number 1. Deep Ducks. Look at the poster of Silksong. What do you see? hornet surrounded by fire. That's the case for most posters of this game. That's the main theme: heat, fire, lava, and it ends with us getting past that lava and into the abyss. For me, Deep Ducks is beyond a simple lava level, even though it has a lot of nods to the bit, like Sonic 1 on Sega, and that escape level on Tiny Toon Buster's Hidden Treasure. As much detailed the other areas of Silksong are, you can really see how much effort has been put into this one. We have no recurring enemies here, and we don't even see the same attack patterns in the rest of the game. I guess what I love about Deep Ducks the most is how it's divided into two sections, with one being extremely more tough to deal with. When you find your way into the latter section, they trick you to think it's the same good old Deep Ducks that you've already beaten and mastered at, that you're overpowered for it now. You're not. This is much harder, ending with a tough double boss fight. Anyway, that was my 2 cents. If you have a counter opinion, I'd be glad to hear them. I read and reply to all of your comments, and I appreciate it if you take the time to hit the like button and subscribe. As always, don't you dare go hollow.